Taurus and Swan people, I'm going to do your quick Celtic cross for you. I'm Philippa, and let's dive straight in. So a card for you, interior, on the inside, strategizing with the Page of Swords, and how that makes you act on the outside. Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, love it. And something for the root of this situation. Too many cards. I'm just saying, yeah, I mean, those two were separate. I think those are the ones. We've got the Chariot and the Knight of Swords. Something from the recent past. The Hierophant. A potential outcome. This is without your attitude and things. The Two of Cups, lovely. And something for the near future. Something coming up in the near future. Something coming up in the near future. Three of Wands, great. This is a lovely energy. And your attitude, Taurus, Swan people. Right, there's one on its own, which is the Five of Wands. I like that card a lot. And your environment, the world, covering your body. And your hopes and fears. The Seven of Cups, and where it's leading, the outcome. Judgment, wonderful. Very energized reading. I just did Aries, and you know, they had what would be more typically a Taurian type reading energy. There was loads of pentacles, and you've now got a feeling of Aries. It's strange, which I love for you. So let's just dive straight in. How many majors have we got? 2, 3, 4 majors. So quite a big time for you. Interior, in your interior, you're being very strategic. You might feel a little bit overwhelmed and not quite like you know exactly what you're doing, but you're going to make it up as you go along. And you really want to, you're on higher ground, you want to make some plans. You've got your eye on something and you want to achieve it. A simple line of her body here. She almost looks like she's about to do a golf start. It's a golf, you know, shot. You can tell I don't play golf. You know what I mean? Like she's about to swing a golf club. That's what I'm trying to say. Wales, I don't know why, Wales, the landscape looks like a sort of dune in North Wales or on the Llyn Peninsula for me at the moment. It's very simple and clean. You've got a very clear idea of where you want to go and you are going to try and go for it. And how that makes you act on the outside is the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So this Queen is very aligned to you, really. I'm just looking what's on her throne. Some pears underneath her green. There's lots of pears behind her. Pears are very good if you've got bad lungs at this time of year from a Chinese medicine point of view. If they're popping out of me for that reason, I've had a persistent lung thing and it really does help clear it up a bit. She is the Queen. She looks wonderful. She's in a beautiful spring-like environment, very much like your birthday. And she is the Queen who's paid well. She looks after everyone. She's the kind of bougie Queen. Her house is beautiful. She's a great entertainer. Everybody's looked after very well, but you must also honour this woman. And she would be paid very well for whatever she's done and valued very highly. She does not expect to be taken for granted. And so there's that energy, along with a very excitable energy of the Page of Wands, who's got lots of ideas that you want to be acknowledged for properly, is the energy that I'm getting. And in the basis of this situation is this mythic quest with the Chariot and the fast-moving Knight of Swords, one of the fastest. These are, I think, well, along with the Eight of Wands, these would be the fastest moving cards in the pack. So things are moving at a pace. All that youthful page energy is kind of pushing you forward, and that's what your aim is, really, is to move quickly towards what you want. It's very energized. I absolutely love it. And Let's see if anything's jumping out for me here. His face, who does he look like in the Chariot? He looks a little beleaguered, sort of hooded-eyed. It's interesting. And those stripes on his breastplate, almost like animals. Anyway, in the recent past, you've been sort of sorting things out. You've been getting things into their correct order, really working out what you think is fair and what is correct and right. And that might be giving you this impetus to move now, because you've got everything in your mind very clear about what should and shouldn't be happening. And where it might lead is to a new partnership, to a sort of rekindling of some sort of friendship or love, or in work, which I just can't help but think it's work, because we haven't really got any other cups. So it might be a partnership with some people or a person where you might be very different from each other. Look at the leopard print as opposed to the sort of long, elegant gown. The passion and then the cool colours. So it might bring you into a partnership with some people or a person that's very opposite to you. And in the near future, you have set your sights. This is a very beautiful card of somebody who knows exactly, in the Three of Wands, what he wants. He's looking out and he's strategizing about how he's going to go and get it. And your energy is this wonderful Five of Wands. So ready to jump in and compete, in it to win it. You've got all this energy. It's very youthful. The Five of Wands is kids competing, and you feel very youthful with all these pages and this fast knight and this fast chariot. So you're ready to unleash that on the world, and your environment is the world. Your environment is therefore something that's reaching a completion in one stage and about to start into another. And it might also mean that you are very much in that wreath of success that we see this figure in. We know that you're in the outside acting like the Queen of Pentacles, which might suggest that actually you are valuing yourself very highly and you've got everything exactly as it should be. And so as one cycle completes, you're also being appreciated by yourself and those around you. Your fear would be that there's too many options and you don't pick the right one, or they're not the right ones for you. We say about this card that he just has to pick one and make it happen. But actually, every time I look at them, I'm like, well, what would you pick? They all look awful to me. So maybe your fear is that there isn't anything correct for you to take on offer, and that you might be going after the wrong thing. But the outcome is the Judgment card. This moment of absolute epiphany, understanding what you're doing, knowing completely which direction that you want to go in. The complete opposite of the Seven of Cups. It's not at all fluffy. It's a moment of kind of deep revelation. So let's cap this with a card, or whatever, one or two, see what comes out from the Enchanted Forest card. See if there's anything that I need to concentrate on a little bit more with you, or anything they would like to add. Two cards. What have we got here? Sunlight, the sun, that's beautiful. And then the Ten of Spells. So it's sort of saying manifesting after a death, after an ending of some sort. No, that's not true. The Ten of Spells is the Ten of Wands. So manifesting after a period where things have been rather overwhelming. Let's say it like that. So sunlight, in brief. Happiness, well-being, growth, the warmth, glow of life. Things are better than you know. And the piper comes to the gates of dawn. The new day awakes. The hush of night is broken by birdsong. First one tender note, then another, then the whole chorus of joy. Flowers open their eyes, dew damp ferns unfurl. The melody of the piper plays as a paean to life, both temporal and eternal. Can you hear it? Does your soul stir in response to its call? Oh, the goodness that's in the world, the beauty, the grace, the love. This is the light that breaks through illusion. This is the force that initiates, sustains, empowers. Life-giving sunlight always finds its way through even the most tangled and forbidding of forests. When the sunlight blesses your reading, be ready to receive good fortune. This is the most positive card in the whole tarot, assuring that all will be well. Challenges will be overcome, bright visions will come to pass, spells will succeed, and boons of all kinds are yours for the taking. Remember to be grateful. But then it's interesting that it comes with the Ten of Wands, because I don't see any indication of this, but maybe this is talking about a part of your past where things have actually been a bit difficult. Let's have a look. Ten of Spells. The Tens. So this is burnout, exhaustion, disenchantment, regret, in hindsight, burdens too big to bear. And it talks about these dancing sisters who make their way home after a night of dancing in the forest. But they've been sort of had a spell put on them, and they've danced until they could dance no more. Still they danced on, caught in the merciless spell until the night was spent. Now the sisters are utterly depleted, almost in shock. All they care about now is finding their own beds, except for the youngest, who's still trying to get back, reaching out and longing. So it's sort of like an addiction almost. Have you got through an addiction? Maybe that would make sense. Though when you get, in the recent past, you've got everything just right. Maybe you've just beaten some big addiction where you'd burnt out. And now you're venturing out again in this amazing new era of your life. I think that could well be it. And that might be what you just got through. Maybe someone needed to hear that. And from the Shining Tribe Tarot, what have we got here? Oh, 3. It's too long. 5 of Birds, the Hermit, and the 4 of Trees. The 4 of Trees is absolutely lovely. That's finding you in your right partnership again. But let's just ask with more clarity. Could we just have one card to help us understand further this reading? Anything that you want to point us to, please, in this reading. One card, thank you. The 3 of Stones. So the 3 of Pentacles is building. That's lovely. Birds, rivers, trees, stones. Okay, in brief, this card means mastery, accomplishment, creative power, recognition, that we see that in the world, working well with others, balance, harmony between people, particularly on projects. We see you with that partnership coming up in the near future. This card signifies balance and completion, therefore accomplishment, success, mastery and healing. The snake moves down the left side of the triangle while the birds rise up the right. So the triangle points down as a symbol of the way creative power brings real results in the form of finished work. Within the triangle, we see a movement upwards in the turtle and the 3 roundels of life, death and mystery, which now, in contrast to the tower, have joined together. On the flat top, we see we find the shining vision glyph. It raises its arms to the sun and the moon, active and powerful. Far below, we see a figure in a cave meditating. The cave fills with light, yet the meditator keeps the peace in her own inner mystery. 6 mountains signify love, for trump 6 is the major arcana. The figure in the cave makes 7 the number of spiritual victory. Inner peace and detachment can generate the most accomplished work. This is a paradox difficult for people to grasp, especially in Western culture. We believe that to succeed, we must put all our energy and attention, indeed our whole lives, into our goal. People who practice meditation and attach Tai Chi often discover that they can accomplish more and at higher levels when they keep a quiet, calm center. maybe that's just a note of caution because there's so much energy here. Let's take some teeny tiny tarot. Can you tell us, please, what is the revelation at the end? What is this revelation in the judgment? Oh, that's too many. The King of Wands is up, right? The Hierophant. Oh, okay. So we have these. So your revelation. So we got the King and Queen of Wands with Death, and the Hierophant with the Five of Wands. So we've seen both of these in your reading. And I think it's saying that you have fought for something to be in the correct order with the Hierophant. You've used your competition and your creative energy and your will, and you've jumped in to make it such. And that allows this rebirth that brings all of this, this kind of union between the King and Queen of Wands, which signifies to me that you will be able to now go out and create. So there must have been a letting go of some sort of habit. Perhaps it was with that Ten of Wands. Maybe you have just got out of intense negative thinking, some sort of addiction, taking on other people's burdens. And let's ask another question of these cards. What is the world about, is what I was thinking. We've got two cards there in your environment. Well, that's interesting. We've got the Two of Cups again. And you must have stopped worrying about some sort of partnership. And it must be calming for you now. I think that must be it, because we see that you're in the world. So maybe part of this problem has been around partnership. Anything else you want to say about this reading for Taurus? Cards. Anything else on this reading for Taurus? You've got a lovely fresh start. That's gorgeous, Taurus. It's just saying, exactly like the in the Shining Tribe card, it's just saying go with this beautiful fresh energy, this King and Queen of Wands, this lovely new creative spark. You've used all your energy to beat some quite tricky situation and get everything back into order, and now there's new creativity available for you. So enjoy. Thank you for stopping by.